Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Queens of New York Podcast, live on the Evening Rush Network. Real, raw, and uncut Queens.
Happy Monday, y'all. And we're back at it. Happy
Monday.
How's it going?
Envy in her little luxury background. She got a grand piano on the
I'm
back.
trying to get my life together back here.
A little grand piano on the back.
I'm just trying something different, Let's see how it work out.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Precious, you look like you is ready to, you over it. It's only Monday, girl. What happened?
My girl is stressed out.
I know the feeling. You ain't even got to, you don't even have to elaborate.
I'm not even stressed out about, I'm not even stressed out. Because you gotta just handle your handle. But
right.
I was sick. He came back home sick. So he was up all night. I'm tired. So
she's exhausted, y'all. The struggles of being a mama.
Tomorrow, correct?
Huh?
I'm meeting you tomorrow, MB.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you're getting your life together. I ain't in no rush. How's your weekend, Rainbow?
I can't meet y'all. I'm too busy. I'm way out here in the boondocks.
You gotta pull up, son. You gotta pull up. What's going on?
You know what? Next time I'm up there, we gotta meet up. It is what it is, okay, ladies? So be prepared. I'm coming back in January, so be prepared to meet me.
January is good. January is good.
It's closer to my birthday. I'm trying to be in Puerto Rico.
It is close to your birthday, but it won't be for your birthday. So
make myself available.
So make yourself available.
Okay. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I said, make yourself available. That's what that means.
I know. I just said
I'm giving you ample time. I'm giving you more than a month. So be prepared.
I got y'all.
And you better have some brownies when you come.
I got you. I got some brownies right now. I got a whole bunch of house.
Oh, so you gonna bring me some brownies tomorrow?
Oh Lord, I'll bring you some brownies tomorrow.
Look here, you getting brownies tomorrow, but I've been asking for brownies since I got here.
Yeah. No, I didn't ever ship you none?
No.
Oh, my bad. I gotta get back in the kitchen. I did what I did at least twice. Well, at least once. I wouldn't say twice. Okay, I got you.
I wouldn't even asking for brownies. Monday and Tuesday. If I got at least one shipment, I can get done.
All right, so I got you. I'll put it in place. But other than that, my weekend was okay. It was kind of boring. I had a light weekend. I only had maybe one or two orders, and then
that's a light weekend for her, y'all. See this? I've been like, damn, I had 2 orders this weekend.
Now that was simple. That was more so do it on Friday or Thursday and let them pick it up Saturday early. And I still had the rest of my weekend to do whatever I wanted to do, which was nothing, So I had a simple weekend. And then I'm trying to get this toy drive that I'm putting together for Fleet, New York. I'm trying to get that together. So we're doing a toy drive. I'm trying to get Fleet back on the map, and we're gonna see what's what. So there we go. It will be December 23rd. I think the date might change to the 22nd. I'm going to double check with the school. Anybody that's willing to donate or interested in donating, please contact me, whether toys, whether monetary. We going into the school. We're going to be giving back to the children. So anything is appreciated. Everything is accepted. Even if y'all just want to show face and help me out that day, I would really appreciate that as well. So it's going to be, a couple little things I got in motion.
I can be there. I can donate and I can be there to, help you.
I would appreciate that.
I wish I could be there to help you, but I could try to donate.
But it's fine, Rainbow, because you was outside with Envy when you was here. So now
okay.
Yes, now it's precious her, yes.
Just to show okay, hello, I'm here too. So I could do that. I could be outside.
Y'all.
My baby outside.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay.
Right, but
All
next
right.
time, please, she did a woman empowerment too. I'll be peeping Precious. She did a woman empowerment.
Yes.
We got
It's not until January the 6th. Actually, I need to actually promote that. It's going to be I'm having a women's empowerment event. I'm one of the panelists. I'm not having it. It's going to be what's that? Spark of the Dream is actually the ones hosting it, but I'm going to be one of the guest panelists. It's my second time being asked to be a guest panelist on it. So I loved it. The first one was crazy. It was nice. It was a lot of love in the room, a lot of women empowerment, a lot of encouragement. It was a lot of emotions. It was a lot of everything going on. And now this year, so January 6th, women's empowerment. Next time after the break, I gotta send it so that I could put it up and promote it or whatever. So
yes, get that out there. We gotta definitely promote that, push that. Hey, who's that? BQ Mommy, how are you? Thanks for joining in. We appreciate it.
Yes, fire.
But
fire emojis.
Yes. But other than that, I just been, taking it easy and trying to keep everything in motion. I try to stay busy. I know that. I'll be up all fucking night anyway, so I might as well.
Envy don't sleep, y'all. If y'all ever hear Envy says she sleep, she lying.
she lying.
She lying. It was a nap. No, she didn't fall asleep. She took a nap.
And that's what it be feeling like, because even like last night, I went to sleep at an okay time, and then I woke up, it was like 3:00, and I was mad at myself, like, what are you up for? And then I was up, and then I resulted to Amazon. I need to get into Amazon stock. That's what I really need to do.
That's what you should do.
Right, because I don't know.
Look, there's an app. I saw it on one of these little things. It says that they buy you stock into, wherever you spend your money. So if you spend your money somewhere, they put money into a stock. So you need to get it so they can give you some Amazon stock, because clearly,
man, listen,
Jeff Bezos owes you some money.
Hello. And then I'm also trying to do an Amazon storefront. So I started doing that, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I tried it on my tablet. Maybe I need to do it on the computer or on a laptop, because I can't figure out how to copy and paste the link to get everything. I got so much stuff started and not finished because I don't know how to finish it up. I done started on my app, and then that's still at a standstill because I don't know. It seems like I keep uploading on the same page, and I'm trying to do 50 pages.
That's the problem, because you have to focus on one thing at a time, finish it, and then go on to the next.
Girl,
you're trying to do 2 at one time. You're very good at multitasking. We know that. We all know you're very good at multitasking. But when it comes to this, you want your app, fix your app, get it together, get it going, and get it going. And then your affiliate store, then you'll work on that. But you gotta get your app going, because I need to be able to order me some stuff from the app. I don't want to always call you. Envy, can I get some brownies? I need a shirt and a jacket.
Right. And you know what they say, get somebody else to do it. That's how I'm feeling, because I'm just kind of over it.
You might need a virtual assistant.
I think so. Don was helping me. Don doing my website and stuff for me. So he helping me do that. So it's a couple things.
Don was online yesterday talking about he was going through the motion. He wants somebody to eat butter pecan ice cream. With him.
I'll do it. I love butter pecan ice cream. We need tell him to let me know. And then I will we could chat on the phone, I guess, because that's the only way it's gonna happen. But I'll get some butter pecan ice cream, and we could definitely.
But also, it ties into our topic. How are we coping with our mental health? So I just shop all fucking day long, so I'm fine.
That's envy. I told y'all I tell y'all often that I cry all the time. I don't know if I don't feel like that might be anything coping with my mental health. I think that's just me. I am very sensitive, and every little thing makes me cry. I could watch a commercial and a cat runs away from its owner, and I am in tears like my.
Oh my God, you're so sensitive. But
girl,
you're from New York.
I'm supposed to be a thug. I'm a thug when it counts. But if it's something frivolous, I'm all.
Oh my God!
I'm a thug. But after that,
you could cry. One thing I learned: you could cry just as long as you know when you're done crying.
Do back to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But we have a guest today. We have Mr. Scotchie Scotch. I don't want to mess up his name, so we're gonna bring him in. Please
Scotchie
tell
Boss.
us. Yes, let us know where you are from. Thank you for joining
Scotchie
the
Boss.
NYC Podcast. We appreciate
I got it right.
She got it right.
Oh, my
That
bad.
was me.
Oh, my bad.
So
Hey,
look,
Mr. User, how are you?
I wanted to touch down. I heard about Amazon stock.
Right.
The Amazon
Wait. But tell us about you. We are live now. Everybody's
we're live.
viewing. Let us know who you are.
Okay.
You know, let us know,
Scotchie Boss.
tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, Scotchie Boss. You know, I'm an artist. We do movies. I do hip hop. I do hardcore dancehall. We perform, you know, all over New York. We're cutting a track right now called "The Block Is Hot."
Okay.
It's gonna drop, I believe. What's today? Monday next, and 7 days from now. So,
Monday.
my bad. What's today's date?
Today's
The 11th. So it's gonna
11th,
drop the 18th. Yeah.
Okay.
Background is I was discovered on the island of Jamaica in Montego Bay. That's actually how the name comes. My first name's Scott.
Okay.
And they were calling me Scotchie.
Get
And then it
it. Scotchie, I need because I don't think the people understand. Show them give them your accent too, because he was doing it in the back, and I was like, "That's crazy."
Who, me? Oh, well, you want me on chat? Patois.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been going to the island for so long that you know, you kind of pick it up, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, it was funny because they were like Scott's hot, Scotchy, Scotchy, and so because the Scotch bonnet pepper is hot, so they started calling me Scotchie Boss. So everybody on the island of Jamaica kind of, you know, Hot Boss, G Boss, you know, they always have. It's new, kind of new. In the United States, it's not as familiar, but it's pretty routine to call somebody boss at the end, like an artist name in Jamaica. So it's kind of cool, you know. And that's really what Scotchie Boss is. I'm an artist. We're trying to go with a new genre. We're trying to pioneer a cross between dancehall and New York City hardcore. You know, that aggressive sound that comes out of that deep, I call it deep alleyway kind of sound that hip hop artists have, or some street New York City hardcore kids have when they play their music. So other than that, I mean, we're going to do a few movies coming out. Will You Marry Me is going to be out in April. The Tosca Brothers, True Light Films is filming that. I'm really not that interesting. I never thought I'd be that interesting, that anybody would really be interested. So that being said, music was really a way to get out of my own head. I never really went into it for like fame or fortune or anything. It was actually a way to get, because I suffered from obsessive compulsive disorder. I heard you guys talking about how you were mentally this week. So Scotchie Boss carries the message of mental illness and addiction as well. I'm sober 29 months.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, John. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So go ahead, ask me some questions. I don't know which way you want me to go with it. So
before we ask questions, we just have to let the people know that you have to like, subscribe, and share this. Please let the people know. Also, if y'all would like to donate to the Queens of NYC Podcast, you can do so on Cash App. We greatly appreciate it.
$ Queens of NYC Podcast. Y'all already know how we do. Hey, Tia, thanks for joining us. As y'all know, we are live. We have a guest, and he gonna let us know about him, his music. Everybody that's tuning in who missed the first couple of minutes of the show or whatever, but he's telling us about him. We were talking about our mental health this weekend and overall how we're coping with this thing called life.
Yeah. I don't know. Life be lifing. I don't know, y'all.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a big issue for me when I was suffering from mental illness, because that's an addiction. Mental illness and addiction, dual diagnosis go hand in hand, right?
Okay.
So learning how to deal with life on life's terms every day is a big thing to stay sober. And it's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand, that is a necessity in life, regardless of what situation you're in. Because if you're not happy with yourself, and you don't know how to deal with, because you're not going to change other people, right? You're not going to change the information coming in from the outside. So if somebody says something that you don't like or rubs you the wrong way, and you feel a way about it, it's really your reaction. It's not what they said, right? Yeah. So you're actually making somebody upset your day, and you're only around some of them people for 30 seconds.
Right.
Yep.
So, and a lot of people have to learn how to live with their regrets and the past. You know, a lot of people dwell on the past, so they can't move forward. So it becomes like kind of getting trapped in your own head, right? And then you kind of train the chemicals in your head. Also, you know, some, like, I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so I already have a chemical imbalance. My brain, serotonin already on low levels. So what happens with addiction is it drops you. That spike from drugs and alcohol initially spike the serotonin, but then as you keep using, you condition your brain to, it's called the rebound effect, right? So you condition your brain to want the drugs to actually trick you, right? So you think that you're getting better and you're feeling better when you start using the drugs, but actually when you start coming down, it's a rebound effect. It gets worse. It's worse because the serotonin levels in your brain drop sub level. So your brain circuitry is not firing correctly. So then thus people get depressed, right? And they say it's worse. And then plus you're dealing with being physically sick from hungover or withdrawals, and you're dealing mentally, right? And you're creating more problems when you're drunk. I don't know how, because I used to look at my phone the night after and be like, oh my God, who did I call at 4 o'clock in the morning? What did I say to this person? How much money did I blow? What problems did I cause more in my life, right? My behaviors were out of control.
Okay.
So it's a cycle with mental illness and addiction that people can't cope, and they think that, you know, they're coping by using, but it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then over the years, your brain is conditioned to always want to use and use more and more and more to get to the satisfaction level of feeling normal, right? Like I didn't feel normal until I was high. Couldn't deal with life. I couldn't deal with
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I just need a drink so I don't feel the pain, so I can just feel okay. A lot of people say, you know, they'll rather smoke weed or they, you know, do whatever type of drug of choice to get high so they can be okay. And it seems like when they're sober and they're not high, they're not smoking, they're not drinking, it's like their nerves are continuously bad. It's like they trying to find balance and they really can't until they get that whether that drink, you know, the taste of it, or, you know, smoking a blunt, you know, and they got that relaxing feeling, opposed to, I guess, taking medication, maybe.
I'm not on any well, I am on medication, but it's not strong medication. It's more for actually I'm weaning off it because I've been on it for 3 years. It was more for addiction purposes.
Gotcha.
Now Trexone, but it also helps with obsessive compulsive disorder. But excuse me, a lot of brain exercises helped me rewire the brain circuitry. And understanding my disease, right? I found after 23 years of suffering, or 2017, somewhere around 20 years of suffering, I finally found the right doctor.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize too, you know, you go to one doctor and he just like looks at you and says, here, take this. That wasn't really the right doctor, right?
Right.
You got to try again. You can't be like, oh, that psychiatrist sucked, I'll stay sick. You know what I mean? It takes people on an average 7 years to find the right doctor that can help them. And it's terrible because there's not really, until 10 years ago, people really didn't understand mental illness. They would just kind of throw you away and lock them in a room and put them in a rubber room and put them in a straitjacket and just, you know, just remove them from society and just deal with them like, you know, put them in a home and treat them like, you know, well, animals even shouldn't be treated like that. So within the last 10 years, they started understanding the circuitry of the brain and really that mental illness is real, and it affects a lot more people than they thought it did. And it affects people a lot more earlier than they thought it did. And it is the number one reason for addiction. And it's the number one reason for sexual abuse to allow it. There's a lot of things that go along with mental illness, and people don't realize how bad it can get. Like people used to tell me, just stop. You know what else obsessive compulsive disorder is? Okay, so it's a constant. It's a fear factor. There's a part in the brain called the thalamus. It scans for fear. So people with OCD, you ever see people who wash their hands all the time? They can actually see germs on their hands, and they're so scared that the germs are going to kill them that they scrub their hands 1,200 times a day till they're raw. Right? Well, I used to craziness is it's unrealistic. I used to think the letter J and W were going to kill me. The colors red, brown, and black were going to kill me. So anything red, brown, black, I would count all over the room. If I would walk down the street, I would count asphalt or cracks or letters on cars or license plates. And I would repeat your words. You were talking to me right now, and I'd be able to tell you repeated J, K, and W 437 times in a half an hour. I would rewind what you said and count and count.
Wow.
And count. No, it was debilitating. It was to the point I couldn't work. I was sleeping 22, 23 hours a day. Then I found alcohol. And then alcohol kind of stopped it. It gave me that break from it. So what do? You keep going back to the alcohol. Right. Because it gives you some kind of normality. But then after 10 years, now you're an alcoholic and you got a mental illness. So now you got a double whammy. You see what I'm saying?
Double whammy.
Alcohol, if you don't keep going back to the alcohol, the obsessiveness comes back 100 times stronger the next day because it's the dopamine and the serotonin levels drop, and then the alcohol will boost it and then drop it, and then you drink again, boost it and drop it. That's why people keep going back to crack, keep going back to cocaine, keep going back to alcohol. It's a vicious cycle, which all was fixed by a doctor in 30 minutes, 20 years of suffering.
Wow.
Yes. A flooding technique.
They always tell you that you have to, when it comes down to like your healthcare providers, like you really gotta search, because if one don't fit the criteria, you gotta go on. A lot of us stay with care providers because we feel like, oh, this is who we gonna get. I don't play about me. Anytime, healthcare providers, whether it be the therapist, my regular primary care, I have definitely scorned. I have scorched the earth, like finding them. I don't care what.
I went to over 15 different doctors over a course of 15 years. 3 mental institutions, 5 rehabs, 2 jails. You know what I mean? A dozen outpatients, and it was all the same bullshit.
But did you go on your own, or like?
Do you have insurance? How are you going to pay? Right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. That's number 1. Oh, all right. All right. And you have to come here 3 times a week and talk with a group. It was the same redundant bullshit. You know what I mean? It was just like the system was putting you through nothing. They wanted you to stay sick.
Yeah.
They wanted you to, right?
That's how they get paid.
Exactly. And it's big business in the United States. They don't want you to get better, just like cancer patients and anything. So back to the medication. Somebody has mentioned medication.
No, but my question was, did you do your treatment on your own, or did family and friends help you and guide you?
I was on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on my own.
You knew something was wrong and you wanted to help.
Yes, it was something definitely.
A lot of people don't know how to go about it. There
was something definitely wrong, dog. Yeah, there was something definitely wrong for real. I laugh about it now because it was my journey, and it got me to here with the music, which is kind of cool, and it allows me to help people on this earth that are suffering. So, that being said, medication is very good. It got me back on track.
That's good.
I would tell people when people ask me about medication, I say it's a way to get back on track. It's a way to structure your life. It will boost serotonin levels. But it's not meant to stay on forever. Some of these people think that this is it. They're stuck. And they're stuck in their illness and they're stuffing. Now, some people are very, 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 very sick.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's nothing that we're going to be able to do for them. Like serious schizophrenics. There's going to be these that's a whole nother topic about putting them out of their misery because I've been around them and it's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the brain is not fixable.
Mm.
It's terrible. They got it. And I don't hope there's nobody out there listening to me that there's no, there's always hope for somebody. But there's just some of these people have used drugs. Let me rephrase that. There's some people that have some serious mental illness and have used drugs to the point, and you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
They have just used drugs to the point where it's yo, dog, it's a wrap.
It's no coming back.
Like, in other words, their brain is fried, and it's unfortunate to say, but it's literally the situation.
It's like that commercial. 40, this is your brain on drugs.
Yeah, they're usually above 65, and they're done. You know what I mean? They're drooling. They're done. Wet brain, for instance, with an alcoholic. Once you get wet brain, dog, you're shot. You know what I mean? And that's 50 years of drinking a handle a day. You know what I mean? So there's some serious repercussions from addiction. So get your mental illness fixed while you can, and know that there is ways out. Now I see if I'm driving down the street, you see the hotlines now. What is it? 988. There's mental illness crisis hotlines now, and there's
you want to know something? So when I was in high school, I was in a program called Co-op. And I went to work one week and went to school.
And went to school the next, right? Mm-hmm.
And my job was I worked at the Department of Mental Health. And there was this guy that would call me every week. Like he would only call the weeks that I was there. I don't know why this man would only call me, but he would call every time I was there, and I was like, okay. His name was Mike. All right, Mike, I'll give you the number for the hotline. He was like, I don't want to talk to them. I want to talk to you. So I had to stay on the phone with this man, and I don't know if he was really like sick or whatever, but he wanted to speak to me every time I was there. I was like, sir, I'm 17. I can't, this is not good. What am I I can't help you with anything.
Well, a lot of times people with mental illness, I've been around them so much, they will look for confirmation or reassurance over and over and over, right? So that's what kind of like obsessive compulsive disorder is. You'll have an obsession of fear. And then it's such anxiety. It's an anxiety disorder. So it's such anxiety that you feel like somebody's got a gun pointed to your face and going to pull the trigger. You ever been in a situation where you almost got in a car accident and you got that rush of anxiety, bang. Okay, that's what obsessive compulsive disorder is 24/7. That level of anxiety.
Okay.
So you look for anything and anything to relieve that anxiety for even 30 seconds. So your brain tries to snap out of it. So you would reassure, maybe he was calling you to reassure, because every time you would say something, maybe he's like, oh, I feel better. It could have been your voice. Up on the phone,
right.
Which is the wrong way really to treat it, because he's looking for reassurance instead of facing the problem. But people will get to that point. They'll reassure themselves. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes me feel better. And then it'll go on and it'll get worse an hour later. Because you're looking for excuses or reassurance.
Continuous reassurance. That's what they
want.
Right,
continuous, exactly.
Continuous reassurance.
Continuous reassurance, which my doctor is not big on. He will not do that with me. He's like, I will not answer that question and give you some false reassurance because you want to hear what you want to hear. That's not the way you take care of that disease. And you need a doctor really to understand. Dr. Franco's from Brazil. He's in New Jersey, Eatontown. He's the #1 doctor in the world. And I actually went to him because I heard how good he was with addiction. He wound up being the #1 specialist in obsessive compulsive disorder in the world. Wow. He ran Bellevue in the 86. Okay. Yeah, I guess the lead doctor dropped dead on the floor, and he was like a 23-year-old doctor, and he had to take over the whole hospital.
Wow.
And all they had was OCD. They were, you're talking about 1986. Nobody knew. My grandmother had OCD. That's why my grandmother drank so much. It's hereditary. Yeah. So, in any case, I went to him and I didn't even care about the insurance. I just paid out of pocket because he was that good. Because you ever have a carpenter come in, one carpenter will charge you $100, another carpenter will charge you $500. But the dude who's there for $100 is going to spend all week there. The guy
take more time.
It's like 2 hours. Bang, bang, bang. Does it right, and he's out the door. That's the kind of doctor he was. but he'll never give you reassurance on anything.
You get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, they always say that. That's what we're kind of with anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is terrible, really, in the mental health.
I mean, I guess he can charge more because he knows he's good at his job.
He don't charge that much.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, I don't know why insurance. Maybe he doesn't.
Insurance won't pay it. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. It should be like mental health is something that so many Americans, well, not just Americans, people around the globe suffer with. But here in America, people, the government, they just want to keep us down. That they don't want to. They don't want to pay for things like that. They barely just started paying for people to get therapy.
But I think even when it comes to therapy, well, people in general within therapy, I think the main issue is, in order to get not even with therapy, so to say, anytime you go to the doctor and you want some type of help, you have to be honest, opposed to, I'm just having a bad day. Nobody goes in detail. Well, this is the reason. This is how I handled the situation. This is how I felt when the situation took place, opposed to even like when you go to the doctor, I got a headache, but you're not telling the doctor you done had a headache for 2 weeks straight. You had blurry vision. You sweating, anxiety, and everything else. They just, narrow it down. And this is why a lot of times, in my opinion, I could be wrong, we're not treated properly all the time in the beginning. So opposed to seeing 5 different doctors, if we kept it 100 with the doctor in the beginning, if he couldn't help us, he will refer us to somebody that could help us. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of times we try to sugarcoat it and say, I just was upset and, I just, blacked out. But you're not saying this is a pattern. You're not saying every time you get upset, this is what happens, or something of the sort. What you say?
Yeah, you got to take responsibility. You got to be honest with yourself.
Absolutely.
If you really want to get better, right? If you really want to get clean and sober, ain't nobody else putting that pipe in your mouth and nobody else putting that bottle to your lips. And that's step one, taking some acceptance for your behavior, right? Okay, yeah, all right. So you had a bad life. All right, who hasn't?
Right.
Who? Yeah, my dad was a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? So, we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. My parents slept on a pull-out couch. Okay, moving on. You know what I mean? Life is life. Or you're going to choose to be miserable, or you choose to be. That was a big thing with sobriety. Do you choose to find some kind of fulfillment out of life? Which leads me back to why I started doing the music, because it got me out of my own head. It got me from all the problems in the world. It gave me that peace of mind and escape that I deserve, even for a moment, to do the music.
Okay, so before you get in detail with your music, we got to pay some bills. We at that.
Okay, pay the bills.
Yes, appreciate everybody for watching. Y'all already know. Download the Evening Rush app. It is currently free. Come January, we are not going to be free much longer. We are changing our platforms. We are changing a couple of things around, and a lot. You might have to pay to subscribe. I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know. We throwing it out there. Come January, it's a new year. New things is in place. You already know. Follow us at Queens of NYC Podcast. Follow Rainbow at Rainbow Refresher. Follow myself at Envious Creation. We're going to pay these bills. Precious is going to finally get a business up for 2024. 360 photos. We're going to guys, let's run this commercial. If you're interested in joining the podcast, this is how to do it. We have a little bit of room on the network. Pull up and let's make it happen. Let's go, y'all. Pay these bills.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys, so you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Never lie, but if you must lie in the arms of the one you love. I've got a love hangover, so if this
Dawn showing out. Welcome back, everybody. For joining the Queens of NYC podcast. We are on our 30-minute mark. We are making it do. Hold on. We got to shout out Dawn. He's showing out backstage. I appreciate it.
I was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yes, the commercial was definitely making it do what it's supposed to do. Y'all already seen the flyer fleet. What is it? The conference is July 22nd. No, July 18th to the 22nd. And we will be in Orlando, Florida. If y'all didn't know, I am part of Fleet NYC, and the network is also on Fleet as well. Y'all seen Equasia, her new single is going to be dropping. We have the toy drive that is coming the end of the month, December 23rd. Please donate. Please tell a friend, tell a friend. Let's help these kids that are in need. Let's give back to the schooling. And, you know, even if you don't have anything to give, just your time, come out and help me, come out and assist me. Shake some hands, kiss some babies, as they would say, and let's just make it do, you know, in a COVID-friendly kind of way, because it's still out there.
Don't kiss somebody's baby.
Tia late. Tia, you late. She said, "Don't be kissing nobody, baby." Tia, you late. They came to North Carolina, and when did y'all go to North Carolina? What was that? September.
We went to Virginia. Then we went to North Carolina, then Virginia, and
something like that.
And I was supposed to be in Texas this weekend that just passed, but I didn't go. And then they doing it, you know, it's like every state has, you know, a fleet division. So they have things going on or whatever, but they had a fleet Texas conference, but it was on weird days. It was on like Sunday, Monday. So I was going to go like Friday to like Tuesday, just the bullshit. And I've never been to Texas, but I ended up just staying home. You know, I'm still here or whatever, but, we
need you. That's why you here.
Oh, at my laptop. I'm outside. What you talking about? But yes, if y'all interested in going to the Fleet Conference and next year in July, definitely reach out to myself or Dawn. Also, if you're looking to join the Fleet, you know, team, definitely holler at me. There's various positions and different things. You was also in Fleet as well. You had a music conference too, right, Scotchie?
Huh?
You had a Fleet conference as well, right?
I've been in Fleet, DJ conferences for like the last month. Yeah.
Right. They've been running you crazy, and it's been consistent too. I've been seeing
and everybody in Fleet's cool too. Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, y'all seen Equasia. Her new single will be dropping the end of this month. Love Hangover. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
New Year's Eve.
Her voice just makes me just all shivery and bubbly.
I was back here singing like, I gotta love, like I could sing.
Yes.
No, Rainbow, I thought that was you at first. I said, wait a secon. No,
Scotchie, I can't sing.
No.
Don't do the equation like that.
No. When I heard her, I was like, no, it's not her. But
no, that ain't her. No.
You look like her.
Oh yeah, we do resemble. She's a cutie, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! But as y'all know, she was part of the Evening Rush Entertainment. We have branched out in a number of ways. Like I said, you know, 2024, we making it do. But as you have left off,
that joint.
Huh?
He said, "Yeah, Rainbow, sing that joint." Yeah, I'm gonna sing.
Lord, but Scotchie, as you had left off, you was telling us about how you do your music and how you express yourself, and you know, we listening to you. The floor is yours.
Okay, yeah. So, like I said, it was one of those days. I was chilling on the side of the road in Montego Bay.
Okay,
and I was having a really bad day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm stressed." So I was just like, you know what? Pull out the pen and pad. Pulled the car over, went to the car wash. Long story short, started writing. And actually, excuse me, that happened, but I was actually on my way to see my Rastafarian friend who owns Bossy Records. It's a small little record label in Jamaica. And then somebody heard me on the side of the road doing a little thing. I was like, you know, I was just writing things down. I'm like, okay. And I got in a conversation. Long story short, he brought me to meet Damage Music. And Damage Music is one of the biggest in the West Indies and in Europe. And we hit it off, and he gave me a track. He said, all right, cool. Do a little something. I came back, and he now has produced probably 5 songs for me, which are all going to drop next year. And we did a collab with Tommy Lee Sparta, which was really exciting. It's called War. That will be dropping January 15th.
Okay.
And then like I said, it was music's always been a way for me to get out of my head. It's just never for the fame, never for the fortune, never for the riches. And anybody knows 99% of the artists are broke anyway, so we ain't gonna make no money. But it seems to be grabbing root, and the message seems to be resonating for somehow, some way. My journey is helping people, whether it be through music or just me being on these interviews. I have never been able to express myself or get the message out so fast about mental illness and addiction as I am now. Okay. So I kind of enjoy it because, you know, you can help a lot of people, especially through social media. And a lot of people don't realize, I will say this. Sometimes when, you know, you get into life and you're more afraid to live than die, you got a problem. There's some serious issues inside, and you have to fix that. So in any case, back to the music. So then I came back to New York, and I asked one of my friends, I was like, I think I need a manager. I don't think, you know, I don't know the music industry.
Okay.
I'm starting to pop a little bit, you know, on the island, you know. I'm like, what do you, they introduced me to the Toscano brothers. The Tosca brothers thus have taken over now, who are dynamite artist development guys and movie guys, and it's just been taken off. I got a joint going on with Ron Browse next month.
Okay.
Yeah, yo, dog. I'm telling you. So I'm like, well, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, kind of pinch myself a little bit, you know. So it's taken some root, and everybody's really excited. And I've never been really around such people with such energy and that believe in the mission. And they love the fact that we're helping people and we're out there with the mental illness and the addiction part of it. And we also have another angle, but another thing we're trying to push is that we're helping young artists understand the importance of branding and running their artist career as a business. Don't be just hanging out on the block till 4 o'clock in the morning, smoking blunts and drinking, because that's not what successful artists do. Right. I'm not saying don't do it. Every night, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
on occasions, not every
right,
night.
you know what I'm saying, on the weekend, you know. But at the end of the day, listen, you have to run your life like a business. You know what I mean? If you want success and and a lot of people can't judge what success is. Oh, I want 100 million followers. I'm like, come on, dog. You got to be a little unrealistic. You're looking for lightning in a bottle, right? So that's what the music for Scotchie Boss brings as well. We're going to be doing a lot of small little shows, venues. You'll see us there. We'll have our booth up, and because we're going to be able to build websites for younger artists. You're going to be able to, because I'm in the cannabis industry too. We're going to be able to brand their own style of cannabis if they want. So this way, anybody with 5,000 followers, you know, do the math. If you have 500 people,
so I could come and y'all help me grow my own cannabis.
Oh, absolutely. I'll drop ship it for you and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. My cousin and I own the manufacturing plant. So we have 429 formulas for cannabis, anywhere from smoothies to lube. Like, I actually, the sex lube is a big seller.
Oh, wow.
It makes it all tingly. Listen. Yeah, it's one of the biggest sellers, believe it or not. I even have Viagra in THC form. Wow. Yeah, like we have smoothies, we have gummies, we have chocolate, we have cartridges, we got flour, I got cookies, brownies, I got shots, I got syrups, I got whatever you want, I got aftershave that for men that get irritated when they shave. You know, the cannabinoids tend to help the skin. So in any case, we can help anybody on the planet make a living off of 5,000 followers. And they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. But like, yo, dog, you get 10,000, 20,000 followers. You know, you get 500 people. What's the math? 500 people. I did it this morning for somebody. 500 times 20 bucks. 500 times 20 bucks is $10,000 a month, dog. Think about that.
Dawn goes, blue pill THC.
Absolutely. I got men Viagra and women Viagra.
Oh.
Not Viagra, excuse me. I can't coin that name, but it is a
Well,
sexual
Viagra,
enhancement.
well,
There you go. Sexual
Viagra,
enhancement pill.
Yeah.
Viagra was actually not supposed to be a sex drug.
No, it was for heart.
Supposed to be it was supposed to be a high blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Women.
Yeah, they got it now.
That's what it was originally.
Make it all tingly. Oh Lord. So in any case, back so that's really where the music's been taking us. And it's kind of cool. It's a good experience. We're not making a lot of money, you know what I mean? But it's really at this point, it's okay.
Or something to keep you busy, there's something to keep your mind going, and something to more so keep you at ease with life.
If you enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Correct.
If you enjoy it, because you know what they say, as long as you have something that you enjoy, you never feel like you're working.
Right.
Hell no, I disagree.
Unless you
don't really enjoy it, then.
Unless you're going broke doing it, then you get all pissed off.
I like to pay my Cash App and my Zelle go off, but everything else, I be like,
ding, the cash
again, cake again. It's not challenging. I guess that's what it is, and I think that's why I be making so many different things, because I like to keep myself sharp and like to keep myself busy. Eventually, I get bored. I'll be like, all right, I ain't got to do this right now. You know how you do stuff in the beginning and you need longer prepping time. Now,
now you've perfected your craft. It doesn't take you as long. You be like, some cupcakes. Give me a half an hour. I can get those whipped up for you now.
Even when I be restless at night, I'll be like, you know what? Just bake the cake, let it cool, wrap it, and get up in the morning and then make it do from there. Opposed to me having to, clear out my day. Oh, I can't do this right now. I'm baking a cake. Now I just use a lot of my idle time to just get it out the way. And I find myself kind of still being bored after that, because I done did what needed to get done. Yeah. And now it's like,
now you need something else to do. And then them fingers go on Amazon and start shopping, or Bath and Body Works and order 20 candles that you need.
Oh yeah, the Amazon stock. Now listen, Amazon is not a good stock to buy because it has no dividends. Microsoft.
Okay.
You want dividend reinvestment.
Okay.
But Amazon, that Bezos is greedy.
He said, I ain't giving no, I'm not paying taxes.
And 95% of Amazon stores fail.
But I know, okay. But I know
because they charge you 6% for storage fees, 20% for their cut, 13% for selling fees. You look at all those fees that Amazon bang you on.
What you do is you become an affiliate. You ain't got no product. If they buy from your store, you just get a percentage of somebody else's shit.
Exactly. My thing is more so.
You watch TikTok, huh?
I'm also a compulsive shop, and I had to realize that it was one time I had bought some sneakers, restless night, bought sneakers, and there was like 2 days back to back, 3 or 4 pair of sneakers came in, and I was like, when the hell I bought them? Oh yeah, I was up that night.
She blacked out. She didn't even remember she bought the sneakers.
But that's the thing. I actually, like they say, in order to find some type of, to recognize the problem or to get any type of help, you have to identify the problem.
So you got a shopping addiction.
Yes, I do.
So what it does is it gives you a rush. It gives you a rush. It gives you a rush. It gives you a dopamine release.
Mm-hmm.
You order it, you get all like
giddy.
It feels good.
I got a package coming.
Yeah, it's that enjoyment. It's
let me have a coupon. Woo! And I bought like for Black Friday. I bought something off Pandora. My daughter wanted Pandora stuff. I bought some stuff. It said you saved $280. I was like, oh shit, let me add some more. Let's see how much
That's the problem. See, your ass has saved, and now you have
a problem. But that's all right. You seem happy. I
just get shopping is my happy place. Even if I just go to the mall and walk around, I'm out and about.
Okay.
It's not like I have to buy something all the time, but just being out and about, I'm fine with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, right before we got online, I went to Walmart and did food shopping. Took my son. I had a little attitude because I was like, okay, I want to pick up some more stuff. He's like, no, Ma, you got a show. I'm like, but I still got time. But we literally did a small food shopping. And I only spent like $100. And I had to tell him, listen, if you're not going to let me shop, then you're going to stay home. He says, "All right, Ma. Okay, you know."
Yeah, but that's out of necessity, right? So that's not really.
We just went food shopping, so I was fine with that.
It doesn't matter what it is, as long as she's spending money. It feels like as long as money is being spent, it means like I'm so happy.
I don't think that's
like
the case. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't think that's the case.
You better start cutting coupons for that.
I see. Addiction is more when it affects your life in a negative way.
Well, I'm responsible. I don't say, "Oh, I'm gonna spend my rent money just because I want to buy this pocketbook."
Right, you're not spending up your kids' college tuition, right?
Right, no, I'm not doing that. She all right.
So,
It's still in school. She ain't get
it's retail therapy for her. It makes her happy. It's not an addiction. It's a therapy for her.
It is. It's very much of a therapy, and I can admit that. And I'm fine with that.
Therapy, or is it just it makes you feel good?
It's retail.
Like,
retail therapy.
Retail therapy. That's what you coined it.
Retail therapy.
Okay.
I don't know if men feel this way.
You see, like alcohol, right? Now, alcohol destroyed my life.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? When I drink, I do destructive things, and that doesn't mean like violent. Okay. I spend too much money. I'll make promises that I shouldn't have made. I don't get up for work, or I hang out in the wrong places, and I spend I'll spend $5,000 in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like I just do it ruins my life.
Well,
I didn't run my businesses. I didn't run my businesses correctly.
Okay.
I made a lot of wrong, and
it overcame
sober or not, drunk or dry, I made bad decisions because my brain was not working correctly, even when I wasn't using. So that's addiction, when it really negatively, when your life is better without what you're using. Some people can go out and have a couple cocktails and go home and be perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm addicted 100%. And once one shot, I drink the whole bottle. I won't stop.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you said you've been so you had sobriety
29 months sober.
Right. 29. So how have you been mentally? How have you feel? How do you feel physically? You know, like you mentioned, I know we don't have that much time left, but you mentioned your music. How do you feel once you do your music? How do you feel? Does it feel like a breath?
Oh, it gives me a rush. Like, the music
like
when I start practicing and like we finish tracks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's definitely a rush. Mentally, I've never been better in my life without the drugs and alcohol. Yeah. And sometimes I miss it, but that's the addictive part of me, right? I'm like, oh, damn, I wish I could have a drink. But I always know in my head that it's an impossible feat for me. It's just, there's no way. I can't do it. You know what I mean? As much as my addictive side might want to do it, it just can't. It would ruin my life.
Okay.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But before the time, closes out, we're gonna run. I believe we have either your music or your video. We're gonna run something, and then we, can briefly chat about that. And if we have to, we go over the hour. If you have time, then we can over.
You guys are cool.
We can possibly even do. We appreciate you. Thank you. We can possibly even do a part 2. So we're gonna run one of your songs. Dawn's gonna handle that, and then we're gonna just take it from there. Let's see what we got going on here.
Means more tags. You know it's lit in the strip. I'm on a warpath. Yeah, I get more money. Yeah, I get more money. More bags, more tags. It's lit in the strip. Check the forecast. Smooth when I maneuver the drop top. The block hot. Money round the clock like a stopwatch. No watch stop. I watch stocks climb to high spots from my box. 9 clocks. Everybody dies when I drop. I stock an Uzi in my Gucci line. Shiny ruby diamond. Princess cut. Drop shots in your chest. You reclining. Groovy at your groupie signing. Wearing new designing like I'm Louis in you. Still blue magic like it's Mookie rhyming. Check the timing. Clear the order. Quarter key. Vision clear as water. This is Shark Tank. You shark bait. Fear the slaughter. Dead drama. Head trauma. Dead drama. Head trauma. Start a riot. Let the floor blast. Got a blizzard in my chain. Check the forecast. More bags means more tags. You know it's lit in the strip. I'm on a warpath. Yeah, I get more money. Yeah. reading, no writing pen. Rhyme like a Pentium chip, my mind's IBM. New whips, IBM. Cocaine, Dambian. Black leather backs is where the body's in. My shooter's Yugoslavian. Different brackets for different loans. Different baskets for different zones. Different caskets for different bones. Different plastic for different chrome. Acid with this rap shit, I'm different, Holmes. I sit on the throne, I'm a star like TMZ. My bars are hard like God on DMT, so don't compare me to none. You know I'm rare, I make it flare when I'm airing my gun. One. Start a riot, let the four blast. Got a blizzard in my chain, check the forecast. More bags means more tags. You know it's lit in the strip, I'm on a warpath. Yeah, I get more money, yeah, I get more money, more bags, more tags, it's lit in the strip, check the forecast, decipher body language like it's Coptic, faster than fiber optics, you got no options, talk elite when you talking topics, I fly higher than a cockpit, all bodies I shot get dropped in the tropics, so switch your topic, it's a nice illmatic, you play with me, it's like Jake ropes and ratchets, working matches, all sides of your whole passes, whatever you make, I spend it cocaine, shot slow for bullet holes through your glasses, it's murder in the masses, dig a hole for the black more bastards, watch me piss gold on the caskets, piss gold on the caskets.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush.
Suck out your mother, you bumble-clad batty boys.
Getting your beat, and was that because I know you're from?
You were muted, Envy. Start again.
Down. Stop touching the boys.
That was me.
Oh, you.
That was
Stop touching
me.
radio. But yes, that was pretty cool. How did you feel? Like, what made you go about that one? The beat is definitely fire. So, how did you go about, putting that one together?
Me and Maddie Tosca together did it. I had picked the beat. When you go into a studio, they play a bunch for you, and you say, I vibe with that one. I did that. I started working on it. I wrote half of it. Then he fixed it. Me and Maddie together, alone, we're really good writers. Together, we're dangerous, as the Jamaicans said, dangerous. And I had just caught a case. A bullshit case. I'm fighting it in court. Long story. I'll tell you about it next time.
Behind scenes, yes, it's all right.
Yeah, and I can go on for So in any case, that's why I wrote that song. Kind of being all pissed off and angry. You know what I mean? I was like, y'all want to turn me into El Chapo? Okay, I'm gonna write like I'm El Chapo. No problem.
Okay, I got what you're saying. Okay,
yeah,
but that was just another outlet song.
Yes, Badman song they call it.
Badman song. Okay.
Badman.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But overall, how do you feel? How do you feel? That's the question of the day. How do you feel mentally today, right now?
Today, I feel really good. I do. I got no complaints. Life on life's terms, right? Today's today.
I like that.
I can't change what the government did to me. I can only move forward and accept the situation for what it is, right?
Okay.
And I can only here's one of the big things I do. I pull the positive out of everything. I don't dwell on the negative anymore. We only have one life to live.
Absolutely.
And
we
it
live
goes
every day and we die one.
Fast.
We live every day.
Right. And it goes fast. And there's the one big thing that my psychiatrist told me. Said, think about this, Scott, and I'll leave you all with this. You really don't start living and understanding things till you're about 17, right? 18. Start getting it a little bit. Like life is really like a mystery. Like you have no care, you have no conscience, of no repercussions, right? You're like, whatever. You really don't start feeling it until you start making a lot of wrong decisions, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then you kind of come around about when you're 25 and 30, and be like, oh, I got to get my shit together, right? Okay. Except for those who were trained properly from birth. You know what I mean?
But they still do their own thing, though.
Right. Okay. So then, really, all right. So you start living. You got a little bit of money. All right. So let's say from 25 to 70.
Okay.
What's that? 45 years. The average person only lives to 72. Ain't nobody gonna remember us 5 years after we dead.
Wow. 5 years?
Right. Yeah, no, you're done and gone. They don't care. Technology and life in this planet's moving so fast now.
Definitely.
2 years. Yeah, okay, remember him? And then 5 years later, and then 10 years after that, or 15 years after that, your children will be gone and your nieces and nephews will be gone. So shit's wiped out. So live while you can live. You know, you want to try to make the best decisions to be the best person you can.
Correct.
But shit's gonna happen, you know.
Right.
People know right from wrong.
Absolutely. And that's my main thing. And it goes to what I had mentioned earlier. Just because, like you said, people know right from wrong, but accepting the fact of, yeah, I know I fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't have been doing this. Yeah, right. You got to be honest with yourself in order to get some type of help, to accept some type of guidance. And I think a lot of times when life is lifing, people don't want to accept ownership. You know what? I could have avoided this situation had I did it this way. I could have, avoided this accident had I had turned down the street the other day. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times we see the red flags. Sometimes we even create the red flags, but don't want to accept the ownership of had I had not did that.
Right. Right. And I hear that a lot with people who drink and drive. Oh, but it was only 2 drinks, or it was only
they make excuses. Correct.
No accountability.
You know the law is 0.08, dog. And you shouldn't be drinking and driving in this day and age of 2023 with Uber. You know, but it was only 3 blocks. It don't matter. You operated that vehicle in 3 blocks.
Correct.
3 blocks would have been the best reason to take an Uber, because it wouldn't have cost you that much.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of times that, and some people I've seen too, they like to be miserable.
I know
they need to be in the shit.
Yes.
I mean, keep them away from me, because I don't want no shit. I don't want no bullshit no more. I'm too old for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, sir. I mean, I want that. I see a little bit of the patois coming out. This is my girlfriend chatting to me right now. She's like, I thought it was over in an hour. She's in Jamaica. She just got off work. So
well, we got to wrap it up. Do you?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
It's fine.
When I see my girlfriend start chatting patois, it comes out a little bit.
Do you have any advice for people that are dealing with mental illness that they know of and that they may not know of? Because you have a lot of people that go through certain things and don't want to accept the fact of, I may need counseling. And like you said, medication could be a temporary fix depending on the situation.
To get you back on track.
Literally to get you back on track.
Right.
So do you have any type of advice for anyone, whether young, old, middle age, or however, how to go about it, dealing with coping, mentally through their day-by-day thing?
Yeah, I do. So, number one, I mean, somebody, us as humans, we have this innate ability to know when something's wrong.
Correct.
Right? So, if you think there's something wrong, there's probably something wrong. Right? There's enough information out there, and that something's not quite right with yourself inside.
Okay.
There's some, the human body's not meant to be stressed and have anxiety complete all the time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anxiety and fear is an instinct of survival. We need it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. Like, you don't want to drive off a cliff. Fear keeps you from driving off a cliff. But when it gets uncontrollable, where it's affecting your life and you have no happiness whatsoever, and people know that there's something wrong, or somebody close to you is telling you there's something not right. You know what I mean? Or you're using too much. When you're drinking too much. Alcoholics know they drinking too much.
Right.
They can be in denial and say, nah, I'm good, but they're not. And usually inside they're feeling ashamed and miserable, like they're acting like they're happy. Like a lot of times when I was at the bar drinking and doing cocaine, I would act like I'm happy, but inside I was torn apart. That's why I'm using, because I'm unhappy, right?
Okay.
So it numbs it. So a lot of the times when you go out to the club, you see they're getting sloppy and drunk like that. There's something wrong. So they're acting like they're happy. They're really not. At the end of the day, there's always help. You just got to search for it. There's somebody out there that will not pay for it. They'll send you somewhere that will get you the help. And a lot of times there are clinics. I know it's tough sometimes because they got 3 months wait, 4 months wait to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Just know that there's help and there's a way out. Most of the time, 98% of the time, you will be able to get help and get your mental illness and addiction under control.
So it's pretty much as how much they want it is where they're gonna put the footwork in.
Well, how miserable are you? You know, I mean,
I won't say miserable, meaning I want the help, but what they say, stop putting off today. Stop putting off tomorrow what you can do today. So in other words, instead of making an excuse, oh, I didn't get a call back, or they said it was going to call me back. Oh, it's a 3-month waiting period.
Well, that person's not ready to get sober,
and that's okay. Right.
They haven't hit rock bottom yet. Like I was like a walking zombie. I was dead inside. I was so miserable. I was more afraid of living than dying. I couldn't take no more.
But I noticed there's a lot of people that feel suicide as well is kind of the easy route out. But then I also get mixed conversations of, I just want to end it. I'm tired. It's too much and this, that, and the third. But when you ask them what is too much, they can never fully explain it.
Yeah, right. So I was suicidal multiple times.
Okay.
And the only reason I didn't kill myself was because I didn't want my mother to live with it. Because she had already lost her father and her sister. Okay. So I was like, man, what am I going to do to this woman? But I was suffering so bad from mental illness. I don't really think people realize how bad it can get. And that's why I help a lot of people, because I was there firsthand. Suicidal for years. Just waking up like, excuse my French, motherfucker, I'm alive again. You know what I'm saying? So when you're waking up, the first thing when you crack your eyes, you're like, God, dog, I'm alive again. It's another day. Life's pretty rough. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So there was times that I wish there would have been a tablet for me to drop. You know what I mean? Make it look like an accident or an OD or something like that. You know what I mean? But I just kept marching on, and I don't know, you know, it just, time went so fast as well now too that it's like a blink of an eye. I've been sober almost 3 years. I've been free and clear of mental addiction, a mental illness for 8.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. The addiction took a little bit longer because after I fixed the mental illness, then we're on the road to sobriety, right? But sobriety took a little bit longer, so people don't realize it either. Like, we finally fixed the mental illness, but then I was stuck with addiction. I still had trained my brain to be addicted. It's a crazy road, dog. But at the end of the day, I found some kind of purpose. And my doctor always say like this, you got to find some fulfillment in life. Something that you like. You got to find something that you enjoy. You know what I mean? And not all of us are going to be rich. Not all. This bullshit of the American dream and living in reality. It's like, okay, I can eat every day. I'm not eating out of a garbage can.
All right.
You know, like for some people, I used to do it a little bit, not a lot, but I've eaten out of garbage cans before when it got bad, dog.
Right.
And you know, and still now that I think back about it, it could have even worse.
Correct.
It could have always been worse. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, every day, there is help, and you have to accept responsibility, and you have to accept that there's something wrong. And that's the only way you're going to get it fixed. You know, and there are people out there now. There's a lot more places to go for help now than there used to be.
Because I notice a lot of people say they don't want to do counseling. They don't want to be on medication because, oh, I'm not crazy. Oh, I'm not broken. A lot of times people feel when you give them a reference of, listen, I get it, and I appreciate you coming to talk to me about this situation, but I'm no expert. Why don't you seek the help for a person that went to school, the person that has the education in that area? They feel, oh, you're just saying I'm broken, or you just say I just need help. They feel it's you, how how you say, more so trying to put them in a bubble, and that's not the case.
Right. Some people are afraid to be labeled.
Very much. There you go. That's the
right.
word.
They're like, no, I'm not crazy. But it's not about being crazy. It's about being sick.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're sick. Addiction is an illness.
Right.
Addiction is an illness. Mental illness is a mental illness. It's just like diabetes. It's just like, a kidney infection. Well, no, kidney infection you can get rid of. It's just like, but it's an illness, right? I tell you, the best read that I ever had was AA.
Okay.
That's what got me sober. Alcoholics Anonymous got me sober.
Wow.
Because that big book and the steps made me look at my life and my behaviors and acceptance and what I had to do to rip everything out, my regrets and my resentments, and pour me a drink kind of attitude. Like it's all everybody else's fault and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So when I started accepting me and my behaviors and wrote it down and looked at my life and how I created the chaos and through drinking and mental illness and just this whirlwind of shit, that's when I was on the road to recovery. But number one, because I had to accept I was the only one that was going to fix me.
Correct.
It was my responsibility to fix me. Because even my mother, God bless her soul, she would try, but how much can she do? If I'm not willing to put in the work and take those steps, ain't nobody can do it for me, dog.
If you're not ready, I can't make you ready.
Right, exactly.
Right, like they say, you could bring a horse to the water, but can't force him to drink. Right. So regardless of how much you take them to the doctor or guide them or give them the information, it's all about what the person wants to do.
Right.
His or her
and even when they admit you into a mental hospital for a month, right? They'll give you that month, dog. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, okay, we're going to get you back on track, right? We start giving you medication. We're going to get you stabilized is what they call it. But there's a certain point in time when you can see somebody's behavior like they're stabilizing, right? Well, the doctors will come up to you and tell you point blank, now it's on you. You have some effort. We got you stabilized.
Right.
We've had you here for a month. What's your choice? Do you want to remain sick or do you want to find a way to make your life better than it is right now?
Okay.
And that's the choice. And that's the individual's choice. Because a lot of times people think it's only happening to them when it's happening to millions of people across the world.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's only happening to me. No, dog, it's not only happening to you.
Right.
So. And they can always go to scotchieboss.com and follow Instagram and they can DM me. I'll send them to the right place. I'll talk to anybody on the planet about. I'm really good at helping people with obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay, well then there you have it.
Yeah.
Please reach out to him. He will hit you. You know, he will respond back. You know, let him know where to find you. Drop all your social medias, your music.
Yeah.
We're gonna close out.
It's scotchieboss.com. You'll see the link tree and the Instagram. It's all Scotchie Boss. Like it'd be Instagram Scotchie Boss or Facebook Scotchie Boss. I think Twitter, but Twitter's really just a holler kind of thing, right? Scotchieboss.com is the website. You'll be able to buy some edibles soon enough on the website. And yeah, if somebody's really sick and really bad with obsessive compulsive disorder, they're more than welcome to reach out to me.
Or maybe they don't know and they just listening to the signs, or maybe they can actually listen. This is what I'm suffering with. This is what I deal with. What do you suggest before, they take medical, expertise into their own hands, so to say?
Yeah, well, obsessive compulsive disorders and anxiety disorders are fear factors. So it's unrealistic fears. You have a small little part in the middle of your brain called the thalamus, and it scans for fear. It's in every human being. And obsessive compulsive disorder tends to be instincts but there's a whole bunch of different kind of obsessive compulsive disorders, right? You got germs, germaphobes. You got colors. You have people that repeat. It moves around, right? You have sexual obsessive compulsive disorder. You have relationship obsessive compulsive disorder. When you become obsessed on somebody's sexual past and you can't get that out of your head, that's a big one.
Okay.
Every man on the planet has that to a degree. That's why a lot of relationships fail. A lot of people don't realize that because the man has Man, we can go on for hours with this, dog. I can talk to you all night about this because I had it and I cured it. The man will always think about like 98% of the men will always think about their partner's sexual past. They won't let them tell you, but
Right.
the female, you ever see it? You ever watch National Geographic?
Mhm.
Okay.
You ever watch the males? There's like 1 or 2 males, right? And there's like 14 women and cubs.
Right.
All right, and then so that's his gene and his procreation, his loins, right? And then what happens when the other younger lion comes from another place and kills off the 2 or the 1 lion and takes over the pride? He kills all the cubs, right? Okay, because he has to kill off all his competition.
Oh,
because
wow.
he wants his genes to go on.
Okay, so they just want to 86 the competition so they can take
Right, but if you
Wow.
just kill everybody. So
As humans, that's not
that's
possible.
what I'm
You go to
talking
jail.
about. It's
The animal kingdom is fine. Humans, you going to jail.
well, we're animals. But right, you go to jail, and when am I going to go and I'm going to kill off my girlfriend or her 2 ex-boyfriends? But
it's crazy.
But that's how the brain works, and people don't understand it.
Right.
So when it starts happening to them, they're like, "Why am I thinking about her past all the time, over and over and over and over?" And they don't know why. Right? Then it becomes an issue.
Okay.
Because they don't know their disease. So anybody with a mental illness needs to know and understand their disease and why. That's how they get better.
Understandable. Rainbow, you got anything to say? We gonna, wrap it up.
I mean, that was good. Like, I guess we're gonna have to have a part 2 to maybe
we'll have a part 2,
maybe 3 because there's so much you could talk about.
Well, of course.
Wait, someone did ask a question before we leave. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They asked, do you have any comments for someone who is passive suicidal?
Passive suicidal, like it comes and goes.
That's what I'm guessing.
Maybe it's like
there's no such thing, I don't think, as passive suicidal.
Or maybe they were suicidal.
I don't know if they're explaining it right. Are they here?
Maybe they're in the comments. Passive. I'm thinking like they're like
maybe they were suicidal in the past and they're not at that moment right now. But I guess it could.
No, maybe they think about like you said, like you thought about it many a times, but just didn't do it. Because when people say they the passive aggressive.
No, it passes. Like that could be an obsession too. That can be a fear, like I'm going to kill myself. Like, okay, there's also.
Wait, she says she's here. So what exactly did you mean by passive suicidal? Because we're trying to get you an answer. So just explain to us what exactly you mean. Give us. We can't just wait for, but
So that's we got a lot,
But that's what I'm thinking, because you know how people were like, oh well, they passive aggressive, meaning
so with mental illness, there's ups and downs. It's like roller coasters, right?
Okay.
So when somebody becomes in a crisis, you know what a crisis is, right?
Right.
That's just full steam ahead, dog. Your body starts to shut down. You're uncontrollable mentally. Your thoughts get very, very dark and deep. Like there's no hope, right? That's crisis. Like the sky's falling. You know what I'm saying?
She responded, Rainbow. I can't see that damn small.
She said she meant when a person has suicidal thoughts or suicidal feelings or tendencies, but they don't have the strength to actually act on it.
Okay.
Okay, so that, like she's afraid what's after death.
That
if she kills herself, what's going to happen after death? Because I was there. I know what she's talking about.
Well, she probably doesn't have.
There was a point in time when I was suicidal. I was like, "Ooh, shit! I don't know. Is it going to be worse on the other side if I kill myself? Right? Am I going to hell? See, they poison your brain a little bit too, right?"
She said, "Is it a diagnosis?" So she means she keeps having suicidal thoughts, but she doesn't have. I wouldn't call it courage, or she doesn't have the proper energy to fill it out. So to say, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, no, I get it. She doesn't have. we got to treat this very, very delicately right now
Okay.
because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I really don't. So don't take this the wrong way. But I can only explain what happened to me. There was and I know how she feels because there was a time where I was scared to kill myself at first, right?
And I think that's the situation.
Right. I was like, shit, if I kill myself, what? Nobody knows what happens after we die, right? So
she said, no, she says it's a diagnosis. It's a thing.
Oh, it is something. Okay.
I guess she, who I don't know if it's specifically her or someone she knows, but I guess this person was diagnosed with this, and they that's what they called it passive suicidal thought. I guess passive.
Yeah.
Suicidal.
So they're obsessing on suicide.
I guess so.
So they're obsessing on suicide. So it's a form of an obsession. Like they're afraid they're going to kill themselves, right?
No,
but they don't do it. That's what it could be. That's what it sounds like. Because I know I was talking to the doctor and we were talking to one guy. He was always afraid that he was going to kill someone, but he knows he would never do it. But I can't explain obsessive compulsive disorder unless you were kind of there. Okay. But it's like this thing that like you got this anxiety, like man, and these crazy thoughts, like I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him.
John said the best.
You know, you're not gonna. You know what I mean? It's just what would happen if I kill him? What would happen if I kill myself? What's going to happen? And it's like, it's a repetitive thought of suicide. Am I going to kill myself? Am I going to kill myself?
You don't really want to.
Like somebody, it's the same thing. Somebody who checks the locks 100 times, drives around the corner, has to come back, check the lock 100 times again, goes back around the corner, has to come back and check the locks 100 times again. It's the same thing. It's in suicide. Like, am I going to kill myself? Am I going to kill myself? Am I going to do it? I'm suicidal. Am I suicidal? Am I not suicidal?
But we have a comment.
Yeah. It's that repetitive over bing, 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 bing. All right. So if that's the case, and this is real, if that's an obsession, so then you have to start watching movies about people killing themselves. You have to start writing down, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. You have to flood that into your brain. You have to push that into your brain because it's a subconscious fear that you're going to kill yourself, right?
Okay, but what Don stated, he says, what the hell he said? It's best to seek
counseling and professional. Yeah. Professional gives you the
absolutely. I can only speak what I went through with me.
Right.
So say I was afraid of the color red. It's the same way as I was going to. It's the same thing. OCD moves around. I can pick red one day. I can pick suicide the next day. I can pick green. I can put the letter J. Whatever it is in front of me is going to hurt me and kill me. It becomes an obsessive thought over and over and over and over and over and over. The only way to get that obsessive thought to stop is to start thinking about it more. A lot of people run from OCD.
It's like a reverse psychology, but I kind of disagree because
face the fear.
But if you overthink certain things, you're going to let it consume you. And you don't want a situation in that type of area to consume your thoughts in your mind. Like, okay, I'm just going to end it in this, that, and the third.
No, like, you're saying you have to face the fear.
Right. Not for 2 days, it's called flooding. It's called the flooding technique. So say I'm saying red 100,000 times a day, red, red, red. And I'm counting everything red. I'm counting people's colors red, red broom, red gas can, red mouse. Everything I'm counting red, red, red. So my subconscious is picking up that red is going to kill me, right? So if I start to avoid red, if I start to avoid the thoughts in my head, it means I'm running from it. The fear becomes stronger because you're validating the fear. So now what do I do to get my brain to stop being afraid of red and stop to repeating red, 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 red all day long? I record my voice, red, 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 red for an hour. And I play it over and over. So I constantly listen to red, 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 red. I write red on a chalkboard, red, 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 25,000 times. I dress in red. I drive a red car. I eat red meat. I paint my walls red. I stick red in my pockets. I overflood my brain so much with red that my
think about it
fear snaps out in my brain. My subconscious brain says, I'm not afraid. Red's not going to kill me anymore.
Right, but I get your theory, but in this instant, in my opinion, I just strongly feel if a person is having suicidal thoughts or
I think he was specifically saying for like OCD.
Yeah.
Not
if you're repeating it over and over, if they're suicidal, they definitely need to
because you even
go to a doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
You even mentioned with the continuous of the washing of the hands and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, oh, my hands are dry and oh, I just need lotion. I just got to feel something.
They're afraid of the germs.
Right.
So what do they do now? No, check this out. This is crazy because we treat people with we help people with this all the time. I got to help a girl next week. It's going to be crazy, but subconsciously they think bacteria is going to kill them. So what do they got to do? They got to take their garbage can and they got to sleep next to their garbage can. When they eat their food, they have to go by a dumpster or in their bathroom and eat off the toilet like the seat. They have to sit in areas that are very, very dirty. And they have to force themselves through it for days on end. But when nothing happens to them after 3-4 days, the subconscious brain snaps out. So germs ain't that dangerous.
So it's like it's like a reverse psychology of your own self. You have to psych yourself out on certain things.
No, it's an instinct of human survival, mental illness that's in overdrive. It's flared up out of control. That's what mental illness is. Because we've advanced so far from caveman days. Our brains are so powerful.
Right.
That, all we used to have to worry about is hunting and gathering and fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're worried about who has the most followers.
Yeah.
Right?
Socializing people.
What I'm saying? Right. So that subconscious instinct from when we were not walking upright is still here 60,000 years later. And it flares up in some people with chemical imbalances and the way survival instincts come out in 2023. So they go into overdrive and they become issues that people who don't have the proper training or understanding of it, it comes out in ways of mental illness that can be easily suppressed because the subconscious mind controls the conscious mind. But the conscious mind the subconscious mind don't care what the conscious mind does.
Okay.
Sometimes you can't stop it. You have to understand how the brain works to stop it. And that thalamus is the one that picks up, like when you want to walk, you're not going to walk in front of a train, right?
No.
Because that thalamus is picking up that train coming, knows, whoa.
Let me back up a bit. Okay.
Right. So that's what the thalamus in OCD is picking up. Whoa, red, whoa. And red's like that train.
Okay.
But it's unrealistic, right? It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculess. And that's what the
you getting a phone call.
That means he ready for her, but she ready for her.
You said an hour. What's going on?
But we appreciate you. We are sorry we took a little bit more of your time.
No, man.
We have to do a part 2. The part 2 we're gonna have is just more so going to focus on mental health, coping with your mental health, and how to identify certain problems and how to seek help. So we're gonna definitely have the 800 numbers next time. We're gonna have the hotline numbers, whether suicide, cope, whether just somebody to talk to. Even if I can reach out and find a counselor, I'll have someone come on a panel as well.
Well, I know every state has a mental health hotline.
Correct.
Okay. And you can just simply, if you're that bad, go to the nearest emergency room. They ain't going to charge you, and they'll find you the help you need. Now, if you tell them you're going to kill yourself, they're going to keep you.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't play games with that shit.
Right.
If you're seriously thinking about killing yourself, you need to go find some help, dog. There's somebody out there that will help you. If it's that bad,
right.
So there's somebody going to help you. Now, if you're just having a depressed state because you lost your iPhone,
okay,
get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's some people that are really sick and need help.
There's somebody, right. There are people that are really going through life challenging situations. And I tell people all the time, your situation is bad. Yes, absolutely.
But somebody else might be worse.
Somebody else might be worse. And then they're in a whole different type of, in a different type of behavior mannerism, meaning they're more happier. Oh, it's just a small thing. I've dealt with it. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to get through it. Opposed to someone dealing with, damn, I just lost my job. but they're not realizing there's other jobs. They're not looking at the fact of, you know what, maybe my time was up here. You know what, maybe it wasn't meant for me to stay there that long. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people don't look at why certain things take place, why certain things transpire.
Or maybe I was late 25 times and I got caught smoking weed. Okay, and damn, they fired me. Yes, they did. So
and that's where accountability comes into play as well. So but we're gonna wrap it up. We appreciate everybody for joining in. We are going to do a part 2, maybe even a part 3. Shit, it don't even matter at this point.
Anytime you want, man. Right. I'm all about helping people.
I appreciate it. As long as we're getting the information out, as long as we're helping who needs to be helped. People don't know how to reach out and ask questions, and some people don't know how to relate and identify certain things. So by us talking about certain things, they could be like, well, you know what, I dealt with that. You know what, let me ask, let me reach out to him. He already stated, his social media. You can contact him. He will respond back. Follow him as well. Also, y'all follow us on the daeveningrushnnetwork.com. Download our app in the Apple Play Store and the Google Play Store. Follow us, of course, the Queens of NYC Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Rainbow Refresher. She gonna have them drinks going. She is a masseuse. She is a traveling masseuse. She's in these states. She's outside with it. So if y'all need a coupon, holidays are here. Loved one, Valentine, hit her up. She got you. Also follow me. Envious Creations. I do the event plan and I do the cakes. I do the treats. You name it. 9 times out of 10.
I'm about to say she do whatever you want. Envy will figure it the fuck out.
Hello, listen, I'm gonna do what I do. I'm also part of Fleet for Fleet New York, part of Fleet DJs. I am not a DJ. I am actually, and I'm kind of proud. I took my own horn. I'm the only New York host in the building at the time, the only one. There are other women, but they're all DJs, and I'm not a DJ, but I'm the only female host in New York, residing in New York, making it do. But we are doing a toy drive December 22nd or 23rd. I'm going to confirm the date. And, it's going to be in Brooklyn, New York City Public School, 335. The information will be posted. Come out, donate, hit me on the sideline, whether it's monetary, whether it's a gift. It's definitely a full give back event for the community from Fleet, New York, from myself. The Evening Rush Network will be there. So pull up, and we're going to end it just like that. And we will see y'all next week. Same time, same station, the Evening Rush Network. Later, y'all. Come on, dog.
Never lie. But if you must lie,